What's going on, people? Welcome back to another John Sinclair TV. Back again. It's not normal I do twice in 2 days, but I'm here. But I've got Pete with me tonight, and also Tony be on his way. And how you, Pete? You okay, mate?
Very well, John. Yourself?
Yeah. I'm great. Not free bad, man. Just had a long day at work. I'm not gonna lie.
Same as well, man.
And it's just really amazing. I just sort this out a second, but. Yeah, so it's all good. Before we go on to talk about, we just want to say a massive congratulations to Alan Pearson and Toon Review on getting himself a place in football from YouTube football creator as well. So well done to you guys
brilliant
as well.
Stuff, guys. Just very, very well deserved.
Excellent news. But big up to all the guys mentioned. Right, before we go into their comments, do make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Then also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, then you can do, and it's always open. And if you'd like to become a member, and I believe I got a latest member, I'm going to mention him in a minute. It's just 99p. So let's go on to Jordan. Hi to Jordan, Liverpool fan. Hope you're well. Remember, one of the Instagram people. Hi to Carl. Hope you're okay, mate. And hope you keep good. Big up to Sideline. Hope you're great. Big up to you, my guy. Another Insta lad. God bless you as well, Alfie. That's fine. And Joel, thank you so much for coming the latest member of JXTV. I really appreciate that, Joel. Thank you so much indeed for that. I'm going to have to start doing the competition very, very soon. So please keep your eyes peeled for that. And if I get enough members, we're going to rock. Big up to Clarky. I hope you're right there.
Be well.
Big up to Mr. Watson. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Big up to Lewis. And go back to what they're saying. Wimbledon got to be in the shite financially with trying to redo the pitch. We're going to talk about it later.
I've seen the clips in the full and the pictures, and boy, oh boy, that looks horrendous.
It does, doesn't it? I'm not going to lie, Pete. I can't lie.
It looks like it's been turned into a bit of a golf course.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's a new stadium, by the way. And you can't get a new stadium right, then you've got a problem, a big problem. They're going to be in financial trouble, Wimbledon, if they carry on the way they are in a minute. And big up to Clarky. Hope you're well. Lindsay, hope you're well, Tom. Hope you're good. And hi to Clarky again. Hi to Nathan. Hope you're well. And I hope you enjoyed the game Saturday. But obviously, I don't think you did, to be honest. But Nathan, hope you're well. He's the one who loves getting fine photos from me all the time. Big up to him. Still in for Tony as well. Go on to Nathan. And even to Waki, hope you're well. Big up to Colin. Hope you're good, mate.
Be back in Thingy Corn on Saturday.
Yeah, defo. Massive game. Massive. Hi to Colton. And hi to Mason. What's the price, John? Wonder what it is. Oh, there we go again. You know what he's like, dear. Big up to Colin. Big up to Alan. Hope you well, mate. Hi to Wacky again. Kind of played Hyper City, but just pass it around you and Naki the front feet out, in my opinion. Yeah, we're going to talk about the match preview in a week. And everyone's nice to everybody else. Right then, Pete, we're waiting for Tony, waiting for Jason. We've got to talk about this because it's just going at the minute. And I'm going to say, what the hell is going on behind the scenes at St. James's Park? I mean, look, Eddie Howe, right? I mean, can I be that happy the way he is at the minute, with Paul Mitchell breathing down his neck, yeah? He already out Dan Ashworth, got him out, yeah? And then, what he didn't realise, Paul Mitchell rocks up, right? Thinking, oh, God, I've got a cut with no sport director now, yeah? But my opinion, I don't think Eddie Howe knew about this, but Paul Mitchell's here. Now, what happened is, something's going on. We talked about it before. He just wants full control, Eddie. And he's just not going to get it when Paul Mitchell says about him. Peter's made a good point. Eddie loves full control and didn't get on with Ashworth, and now looking the same with Mitchell.
That's a good point there, yeah.
Yeah. Take it away, man.
Well, Eddie's going to have to work with them now, because the fact is, Eddie wants to just shop in the English markets, whereas Paul Mitchell wants to explore other markets, and that's what we're not doing. And look how many targets we've missed out on by not trying to go in the other markets. The players we've brung in, they're not first-team starters. They're not. And to say that we own the only guaranteed star that we wanted in this transfer window was going to be Gay. but look how many days we wasted trying to get that done. We should have walked away after the third bid. As soon as Steve Parish was passing us from pillar to post, we should have just immediately walked. And because we're faffed on with it so many days, this is why it's been an awful transfer window.
Yeah, absolutely right, Pete. I mean, you don't know what's going on. You mentioned about Gay as well documented. Yeah, I mean, the club, being at the Boardroom is just an absolute mess. I can't even lie. I cannot believe, right, what's going on at the football club. Yeah, I mean, you got Darren Eales as well, trying in the middle of
it. Wasn't said a pig and word since the window closed.
No, exactly. And the fact of the matter is, right, I mean, he's got to say something now. Darren Eales has got to come out and say he
hasn't said, because he said we were going to have an active window.
Yeah,
well,
he did.
What happened?
Maybe he's gone. Maybe he's gone to watch more Taylor Swift in concert rather than talk about the football club. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
because it sounds like it.
He's made himself have egg on his face because he must be really, really looking at himself in the mirror, or thinking, "What on earth have I come out and said?"
Yeah, fact. I mean, I don't know what I acted at Atlanta, right? But I tell you what, he's going to be scrutinized here. Stop going to Stack, right, and make sure you get the players that we need. Because I tell you now, right, all eyes going to be on Darren Eales, right? And I tell you something now, if he doesn't fix up, then he's going to be in the neck as well. So we'll go for some more comments as well. Dukin coming in. It's going to take a month for that pitch to be able to play on. Yep, I totally agree. And do you think the coaching is maybe too technical for players and restricting their natural play? Racky's making a good point. I mean, look, James Spencer's come out and he said to Eddie, I don't know if it's true or not, nobody knows, and said that tell the players to calm it down a bit because the injuries and that. You cannot tell a manager.
You can't. That's where you don't. That's where no interference should be coming in. This is down to Eddie to get the players ready for games of football. That's the problem. If that is the case, that should not be happening. This is Eddie. He does the creating along with his coaches and Jason Tyndall as well. That's what they do. None other staff member of the club should be doing that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what was right. You interfere. Look what happened back in 2008, right? When Dennis Wise tried to stick his nose in front of Kevin Keegan. They said, yo, I'm not having you tell him what to do.
The one who scouted one player by watching YouTube, Gonzalez.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, this kind of happened again at our club. I'm telling you, Eddie will not pull out of that. Because I tell you what now, prospective managers will be thinking, yo, I'm not going to look at these flat and be told what to do. Get in the bin. Get out. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But we've got Tony and Jason coming on in a minute, guys. So they will be joining us as well. So, and that's a good point. Wacky. Big up to Russ as well. Even into you. I hope you're well, mate. And good point for you yesterday. Well, you should have won it yesterday, but, you know, unlucky. Even to Joe, I'm new member. Even fine people, excuse me, that's from Quinn. Quinn, I hope you're well, mate. And Wacky's chatting to Lewis. Neil's got a point here. Do you think PPI was by Liverpool? Neil, that won't happen, mate. That will not happen.
No.
I don't know where you got it from, though, Neil, but we've not heard anything about that.
Well, neither have I. I've just been looking before and I cannot see anything.
Yeah, exactly. Evening to Pete, hope you're well. Big up to Static, a big Guna fan. I mean, he does mods. He mods League Gunners channel as well. So big up to Static, by the way. He's a big Guna. He's the real one, yeah? And he speaks a lot of sense. And he's also on Insta as well. So do follow him on Insta. Hi to Ian. I hope you're well.
Be well.
And got one from Static. Thanks for the comment stats as well. I really appreciate that, my guy. And thank you for supporting us as well. What I've gone through tough roads as well. And big up and bonjour. Bonjour.
Hey, hope you're well.
Big up stuff. Now, what it is, right? I mean, it's just all I'm saying is, right, Pete. I mean, look, what happens in the boardroom has certainly affected it on the pitch as well. I mean, look, let's get it sorted out, yeah? Let the players do their thing. You sort out in the boardroom, right? Make us be as mates, right? Be professional, yeah? Come to a conclusion and how you do it, because fans now, I'm just getting really, really fed up. And I know people are saying, what are we talking about this? Let's be positive and let's move on. Well, no, we got to discuss this.
Well, yeah, because it's affecting us massively at the moment. We're poor on the pitch. There's uproar in the background.
Yeah.
What's going on? Why is this happening?
I mean, the thing is, right? I mean, look, we've not been playing well on the pitch, yeah, but luckily we got enough points there. We got what we deserved on Saturday.
Points.
Yeah, exactly. We got what we deserved Saturday. But the thing is, right? I mean, Paul's got his project. Eddie's got his way. Paul's got his way, right? But we all know who Eddie wants. He wants English players with Premier League experience. We get that, and not only that, I just it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, because we should be looking in the other markets, John. We can get players who are cheaper and possibly better. Whereas the Premier League market and a lot of the English markets, you're paying well over the odds. I'm sorry, Gay is not worth 75 million.
Nah,
even his performances this season have proved he isn't worth 75 million.
Totally
That's
agree.
the problem, John. This is the problem now, John. We are not as I mentioned, we need to be exploring other markets. We could get players a lot cheaper there because they're paid, because it's costing an arm and a leg in the Premier League market, particularly.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. And if it's a hi to everybody else. Big up to Claire Williams, by the way. She's the real one's where she asked us to give her a shout out. Now, I've done that for you, Claire, if you're watching. She loves Strictly Come Dancers as well. So big up to Claire. Let's go on to us as well. Russ made a good point there. Sounds like Games of Thrones in the Newcastle Boardroom. Do you know what it is, Russ, right? It's been going on for a couple of weeks now. And to be honest with you, we're just sick of it. You know what I mean? Because kind of sick of it. And it needs to be dressed out because we're supposed to be a fantastic football club, yeah? We're supposed to be family, yeah? But someone ain't running in the Boardroom. I still think Eddie could go to England one day. I really think he'll do that. He must be thinking, yo, I may as well go to England now because I'm not going to look at these lot. But you know what it is, right? I mean, Pete, we love Eddie, right? But all he has to do is being stubborn. We know that, yeah? But what is Paul doing? I mean, Paul, what are you doing? What are they arguing about? But I'll tell you what, January window, Pete, it's going to be so important. I know Toad's got something to say about that when he comes on, but something ain't right. And I think one of them's going to end up walking.
Could well do, John. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Mitchell or Eddie Howe. That one of them two's going to walk out the club.
Yeah, before the break. Director of football is the way now. It's not just about the men's first team. The director of football is there to manage the football instruction across the whole club. Eddie will find limited options if he can't work with the director of football. That Eddie's not used. Very well said.
What you need. That's what football clubs definitely need now.
You need a director of football, sporting director, as a buffer between the board and the manager, yeah? You tell the director of football or sponsor you want, right? He goes and get them, yeah? You got to work together. The best one there as director of football for years, I know a lot of people haven't heard, is Michael. You got Michael Sorg. He was the Borussia Dortmund. He was brilliant. He knew who to get, yeah? You go to the Bundesliga, they got a lot of them there, sporting directors and that. Cool. You know what I mean? And he worked together, yeah? But Eddie Howe probably not used to it. He'd never had that at Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? No. But football has moved on now. Yeah,
that's it. You need to be looking at the future now, not the past.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, I love Eddie the bits. If he cannot work for that, I'm afraid to say, then he's got no option just to move on. I don't want to move on. Of course, I don't.
You don't, but it'll be a way that you're thinking, well, if I haven't got much to say, I'm gonna have to find somewhere else.
Yeah. This is what Football Insider, right? I mean, I don't look at Football Insider, yeah, only because when Pete O'Rourke is on there, right, and he said on his Football Insider Inside Chat podcast, he's come out and said that there's no thinking or process going on in terms of considering Howe's future, yeah, and basically, Eddie Howe's future is not under discussion, but he reckons that Paul Mitchell will be the one who will be going first. And then Eddie has won again.
See, Paul Mitchell's only just come through the door.
That's the thing. That is the thing. I mean, you can't get rid of him now. Paul Mitchell, he's a damn good sporting director.
Look who he's worked in, the place he's brought in.
Yeah, Sadio Mane, Heung-min Son, right? Those two key players are brought in, yeah. He's brought some decent players in. They're sassy as well when it was at Monaco, yeah. And you know what? You got to explore the thing. I was so waiting for Tony and Jason to come on. How are you two? Yeah, you wanted to come on? I'll get you on. But hey, what can you say, Pete? Tell me more, man.
It needs sorting out immediately because it's a right mess right now. It's an absolute mess. It's affecting everything going on at the club now.
Yeah. It's just not bad. It's just not good. We go for the comments tonight. Tremendous channel. This is thank you very much, Feich. Better than Mr. Beast and Mr. PewDiePie. Don't know who's ever feminine too, but thanks a lot, Alf. Lads, do you think Pev will re-employ Amanda back at the club to steady the ship? I don't know that's going to happen. I think she is long gone. She ain't coming back at the end of the day because she is a miss. She's a huge miss, man. Mm-hmm. And she needs to, look, I don't know what's going on in the boardroom between Amanda. I didn't see the interview, to be fair. Did you see the interview, Pete?
No, I didn't actually.
I didn't either. Need to get onto that. Performance coach can dictate how hard players train and what type of training, etc., according to the GPS and heart monitors. So Raki said he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Clarky, everyone's in the chat as well. Do smash the likes, yeah. Make sure you smash the likes. It does help our channels. Don't forget to show the shows. Thank you, Clarky. Appreciate that. And got Mr. Knight as well. Ron Sarah, that's a Dallin. Yeah, I can do a little bit of time, not a lot. Big up to David Knight. I hope you're well. Apparently, PSG wants Isak and they only want him for 85 mil. He's worth at least 150 mil. We certainly not play like 150 mil player at the minute. Like he is.
Not at the moment, but
one goal this season.
We need to time down to a new deal or to get it up the price even further.
100%. We're not selling any players that cheap. I'm telling you. But if you do get, if Isak wants to move on, there's one player I'd like to get, Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, get it done if Isak goes. So he discovered it's okay to throw a ball at players, hit, and not get punished now. Did you see that, Pete? What Erling Haaland did yesterday?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. That was quite naughty, what you could see.
Yeah, and I tell you what, though, all right, it just goes to show that the Premier League, yet again, right, is inconsistent and bottled it and not charging Erling Haaland for misconduct. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that. And he was lucky to stay on the pitch as well.
I know he didn't get booked at all.
Now, this is the thing, right? They look after the Big Six again, right? Trossard deserved to be carded, yeah. He knew what he was doing. He kicked the ball away. He deserved to get sent off, man.
But Doku apparently kicked the ball away and he avoided it.
And Szoboszlai as well for Liverpool. They've done the same. Szoboszlai was the worst.
And apparently it was the same referee, Michael Oliver.
Yeah, fact.
And did send Kovacic off last season when Arsenal beat them at the Emirates.
Yeah. You said it. And let's go on to Dave as well. There's been so much talk at the minute. Orsted and Amanda being forced out of the club. Now, Amanda's saying, I was going to say, Amanda, right? She come out and said she wasn't forced out. Who do you believe, man? Who do you believe? Let's go on to Jason. How are you doing, man? You okay? What's going on?
Yeah, tired.
Perfect. Jason, we're just talking about the power struggle between Eddie and Paul Mitchell. Yeah, it's got no signs of going away, right? Are they gonna patch the differences, or do you think one of them is going to end up leaving the club?
If one ends up leaving the club, then you'd imagine it would be Hal, because Mitchell's not long come into the club. And from what I've been seeing, Mitchell is having regular conversations with the women's team.
Yeah, he has. I've seen
that.
He's not really been having much conversation with Eddie, so there's something definitely going wrong between them two. But yeah, if one's to go, then you'd imagine it would be Eddie, because Mitchell's not really been in the team that long.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Come to sway that way now, because I think Mitchell will steer. I think Eddie as to once he was thinking, yo, I want to go to England now because in the day I kind of worked at this guy. But the thing is, though, Jay, right? I mean, it's affecting the pitch. It's affecting the players on the pitch as well, man.
It is. You can see that the way the players have been playing, it has been horrible. I think I've even said it to Tony that if you look at it, the way we've been performing, if it hasn't been for sheer luck, we could actually be still sitting in the table on 0 points.
Yeah, fact. Totally agree. We'll go for some more comments as well because get Tony on as well.
Gears with 15 quid.
Years now. And David R, I mean, we talked about Haaland. It's going to be difficult to stop him at the minute. I don't think Lonzo has enough length to deserve a new contract. Like, I mean, look, people are splitting this guy, yeah? Every time I say something about Longstaff, right, on social media, people think I'm bullying him. No, I am not. So from now on, when we talk about 36 on social media, I'm not even going to mention him anymore on social media. If Gay was worth 100 mil player, we can't afford to buy him when we need a right winger as well. Exactly. And he ain't worth that. On the point of Eddie wanting to know English players, is this via the press or has Eddie come out and said this?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was a bit similar to Bournemouth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I think some Bournemouth fans have been saying about this as well.
Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it? I mean, Bournemouth was warned us, by the way, and it looks like they have to tell us. Isaac Wells on his pace. If he got to drop back and play with back to goal, he's nothing. Teams have sussed that out and making him drop to Colette. That's wacky. And just to let you know, I've changed my name. No problem, mate. I hope you're well anyway. If Mitchell goes, it's Eddie's the problem, and that's two director of football we've lost. And last one for now. Big up to Paul Barrow. I hope you're well. Do you think Eddie outstayed his welcome? And that's why there's a rift in the boardroom. This is Choppy. Big up the Choppy.
Choppy, hope you well.
So, and going to, I think Harold will be out before Mitchell. I don't know. Don't look good, done it, Ian. And big up to Julie J. Hope you well, Julie. Hope you well. As long as I don't get a red card. Make sure I get the ratings right. They're going back in October. Bet you a pint as ADB. Tony, we're talking about the power struggle between Eddie and Paul. Now, it's shows no sign of going away, right? We don't know what's happened in the boardroom, yeah? Again, Mitchell's just coming to the club, so I can't see him going anywhere. I mean, all points on Eddie if he doesn't get on. Now, something ain't right. We know that. I mean, it's just no sure slowing down, Tony.
No, there isn't. Good evening, lads. There's nothing. It's not slowing down at all. I mean, I see, the thing is, right, is this because Eddie Howe has had his own way with transfers and because Paul Mitchell wants to do things a little bit differently, and Eddie sort of like doesn't like that idea and he doesn't feel like he's got any input? I mean, you got to look at Paul Mitchell's CV. He's been successful everywhere he's been, and he's successful for a reason. And we were crying out for an elite director of football after Ashworth had gone to snake off to Man United. And we were linked with various director of footballs, you know, like Benfica's, but you know, it came round that Paul Mitchell was the man. We're trying to get Dougie Friedman, and he obviously stayed at Palace. Maybe that was the one that he wanted, because maybe with Dougie Friedman, that he would have had a bit more control. Now that Paul Mitchell's come in and said, look, we need to change the transfer strategy of this club. Not only do we need to change the transfer strategy, but we also need to explore other markets. And he brought in James Bunce as well as performance director, which I thought, you know, I could see that, because look at the injuries we had last season. So James Bunce was going to come in and help out that way as well. Stop players being rushed back, because I think players were being rushed back last season. Obviously, we've just seen the blow today that Miley's out for another 6 months now. So that's been reported by Dominic Skur in the Shields Gazette. But yeah, he's out for another 6 months. So that's a setback. But But again, is this the way that James Bunce isn't going to have players rush back? You know, he did it with Botman as well. He said Botman can't come back too early. So, look, there's something definitely going on behind the scenes. We know that. We know that there is. If anybody saw Matty's video yesterday when he was at the women's game, he sat in the press conference and he asked Becky, he says to Becky Langley, how often do you speak to Paul Mitchell? She says either every other day or she says no, it's normally every day we speak her and Paul Mitchell. He was at the match yesterday. He was at the match yesterday with Eels.
I didn't see the pair of them there though.
No, but he was there with Eels. And she says he came down the training ground, done a presentation and everything. So he gets on well with Becky, but there's something between him and Eddie. So is it because Eddie Howe doesn't like the way Paul Mitchell wants to do things and that it's taking a bit of power away from Eddie? Which it could be. If that is the case, no manager, no person's bigger than the club. Sorry, they're not. So the way I look at it is, it's either one or two things are going to happen. Yeah, one, Eddie has to just say, right, okay, you know what you're doing. I'll leave it up to you. But can I have some sort of say? Can I just say, oh, well, if I, and then or the other option is Eddie Howe looks for another job, because we're seeing a lot of rubbish going around on these stupid sites like Football Fancast and what's the other ones? But I can't remember the name of it now anyway. But the ones the crappy media sites, they're all saying Paul Mitchell will be sacked before Eddie Howe because the club are protecting Eddie Howe. Football Insider, that's the one, John. And to be honest with you, that's just rubbish. That's rubbish. I'm not being funny. Why are you going to sack Paul Mitchell when he's not even been there that long? Okay, he might be ruffling a few feathers, but it's because he wants to do well for the club, because he's already said, we haven't got players in there we can trade. Who can we? This is what I've said numerous times. You tell me, apart from the blue chip players, apart from Isak, Bruno, Gordon, Joe Linton, Botman, who else have we got in that squad that you could physically say we would get at least 25 million quid for? Because I don't know. And obviously, we've got Livermore and Hall, but obviously you take them out of that equation as well. But look, would you sell Almiron for 25 million? Absolutely not.
Not now, you wouldn't.
Not now.
Would you get 25 mil for Longstaff? No chance whatsoever. So this is why Mitchell wants to go exploring other markets, like say South American markets. Bring them in cheap, and if they have a great season or they do well for us, but they're not regulars, but another club comes in and wants to pay to take them on and have them as a first team regular, then you sell them on for say 25, 30, 40 million, whatever it is, and you're making your profit. And it just helps your FFP as well and your PSR. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. And he says that's a problem. We haven't got enough for player trading in our club. And it goes back to Liverpool, selling Carvalho and Vandenberg, £50 million to Brentford, £25 million a piece. That's because Liverpool brought them in. Or they brought them in cheaper and they've sold them for a little bit of a profit. They've done, Liverpool done the same with Philip Coutinho, bought him for 4.8 million, 4.5 million from Inter Milan, sold him on to Barcelona for 148 million quid. He made a huge, huge profit there.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about, making profit. And also boosting your FFP at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely, Tony. Absolutely. I mean, player trade is quite important now, unfortunately. We may have to get rid of one player probably once a season, I'm afraid, to keep alive FFP PSR. And then that's how it is now, unfortunately. So which big player's going to leave us first?
To get rid of it.
Yeah, altogether, Pete. It needs to get rid because it's killing the competition. It's killing the league. This is why all the top players like Michael Olise, right, went to Bayern Munich. Yeah,
Yep.
That's not a good look for the Premier League at all. Excuse me. Like Jude Bellingham went to Dortmund first, then to Madrid. Could have played in the Premier League. They effed up. Premier League's effed up. If Eddie's still here and Jan, we can't go back for Gay. We need to be looking abroad, better value. We also need a right winger and a striker and a goalkeeper. Yes.
I'd not be doing deals with Steve Parish anymore, the little snake.
I reckon you can guarantee that come January, the first target we're going to go in for will be Gahey.
Oh,
yeah. I don't think it will be.
Charlie, it can't be now.
It can't be now.
Oh,
it can't be
because Steve Parish will pass us from pillar to post again, and we'll be left in the same boat, and it'll be like the same in the summer.
Pete, you got it right. Facts.
And the January and the winter window's only open for a month, pretty much.
Yeah. Totally agree. Big up to hi John, Peter and the gang. Do you think Eddie's lost the dressing room? Is it time for a change? The thing is, so Darren, hope you're well, man. First of all, that's one. Secondly, right, for me, for what I've seen on Saturday, it feels like it. It feels like that he's lost the dressing room, yeah. But these players do love Eddie Howe, yeah. They love the way he coaches them, he plays them. This is the thing. It'd be very interesting to see how he does against Man City. Everton's going to be a key game. It's going to be the key game.
That's what the players see on camera. They like Eddie Howe. But saying something on camera is totally different to what they're feeling in the background.
Yes.
You know, you've seen this before. I think we've seen it before with players, with other clubs. You know, that they'll come out and say, oh, the manager's great. But then they'll go and have a poor performance on the Saturday because they don't want to play for that manager. They want him out. We've seen it on numerous occasions. And then you see the likes of Conte get sacked because he goes on air and he literally goes on about the players, how bad they were that day. I think was that the Southampton game, I think. Yeah, it was Southampton. And how bad the players were, you know. And he lost the plot that day, and rightly so, he had to leave, you know. But as I say, I wanted to see Eddie Howe come out and say, well, actually, Cher should have done better with his shot. He shouldn't have took the shot. He should have passed it to Isak. But he didn't come out and say that. But as Jay quite rightly says, if you watch Eddie Howe's interviews, he's looking at the floor. Why does he keep looking down at the floor? Why is he not face to face with a camera? What, you know, when you're looking at the floor, that means you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Plus,
big trouble.
This not playing for the manager. See, I kind of don't like that because, in a way, I know we've seen it before, but the fact is, you are playing, you should be playing for the fans. You are playing for this football club. You are playing for the shirt and the badge. If you don't want to do that, there's the door. Off you go. Don't let it hit on your way out. See, this should be playing for the badge as well, John.
I agree.
And play for the fans, because look, the way how many fans? At least 3,000. Was it about 3,000?
Yeah,
travel
close
to
to
Craven
3,000
Cottage,
DC.
and to be served up dross like that.
Yeah.
To see dross on the pitch like that, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, fat, absolute fat. We played like
I'm sorry, Gordon. It looks like he didn't want to be there on Saturday. It looked like he didn't want to be there at all. His attitude was completely wrong.
100%. I mean, I love Anthony Gordon, but he dropped an absolute stinker on Saturday, and I will say it here. Sorry, most fans won't say it, but I'm saying it how it is. Big up to Paul Barrow. I hope you're well. What's going on in Newcastle? Well, there's a boardroom argument between Eddie and Mitchell. We don't know the full facts of this, but it doesn't bode well. It's just Eddie wants to buy English players, and Paul Mitchell wants to cast the net and go for European players. I'll give you 3 names. Paul Mitchell's bought, right? I mean, it's Holman Song, right? And you also got Kieran Trippier as well, and Mane as well. And he bought some Dele Alli as well from MK Dons to Tottenham. He has made some great signings as well. Recommended. Hi to Kaki, Wacky, and Ian. And it looks like Mitchell was appointed by Eels without Eddie's been consulted prior. But do the club actually need Eddie to sign off those appointments? Jason, if Dave said it's true, he's stood around Eddie's back. That's not a good look.
I think Eddie just needs to focus on the team. Leave all the other staff and everything to the higher ups. Eddie's job is to be the manager. His job is to look after the team and get the team ready for the next game. Pick the team, train the team. That's all he needs to worry about. Whatever stuff's got to go. Just leave that to the backroom staff to deal with. All Eddie has to concentrate is the team.
Yeah, valid. A lot of thing on Frozen as well. My Frozen guys.
Again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can someone take over, please?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry.
No, that's fine, John. I mean, there is.
Am I moving?
I'm moving a little bit there, John, but very slowly and gingerly.
I'll come out
gingerly.
But I mean, look, there's rumours going around that obviously there's already like players that Mitchell's sort of looking at, as to bring into the team to help us develop as well.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like I would say youngsters, but they're not complete youngsters, if you know what I mean. But it's talent. It's talent to bring into the team. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at Kevin Zenin or Zenin, however you pronounce his name. He plays for Boca Juniors in Argentina. He's 23 years of age. And surprisingly, he plays on the left-hand side of midfield. High pressing and playmaking is his strengths, and obviously ball control's his weakness. But, I've heard Foxy before say this guy's he's a pretty good player. He started all 9 games this season, and he's got an assist. So, we're looking at players like that. And then there's other players that is on this list as well. One of them is supposed to be regarded as the next Erling Haaland, believe it or not.
Yeah, I heard something about that as well.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be the next Erling Haaland. His name is Sindre Wally Ageli.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays his football in Denmark for FC Nordsjælland, if that's how you pronounce the name. 18 years of age, but he plays as a right winger. And so far this season, he started 6 out of 9, got 4 goals and 1 assist. So that's not bad going for an 18-year-old. So if that is somebody we are looking at, then I suppose, that's, he's already in the Norwegian national team as well at 18.
Mm.
So he must have something about him that makes him, pretty good that people are actually taking notice of this guy as well. Another one we're looking at as well, according to this list on Paul Mitchell, is a guy called Jeremy Pino, and he plays for Villarreal. He's 21 years of age, and he's a left winger, and he can play right midfield as well. He's worth 27 million euros, so about 25 million quid. He started 4 out of 6 games, hasn't scored any goals, and has got 1 assist. He's played for the Spanish national team. He's got 13 appearances and 2 goals for the Spanish national team. So again, that's another one we're looking at. This is where I think this is why he wants to go in and buy players like this, because then if they come in, hit the ground running, they either stay for a couple of years and then you move them on. Because then you move them on to buy another quality player in and bring another one in. Mm. But you've got to have a production line. And that's what he's trying to do, get a production line going. Mm. And, back to the lad from Norway, Sindre Wally Ageli. I mean, I don't know a lot about him, to be honest with you. It's only what I've read up on reports about him. They've got him down at £265,000, but he's worth a lot more than that, let's be honest. But I mean, you know, this is a thing he creates. So I'll go through with what this lad creates, Gelly, and he's supposed to be, like I say, the next Haaland. That's what they're bigging him up as. You know, it's like when we've had players in this country, they'll say, oh, it's the next Alan Shearer, it's the next Harry Kane, you know. I don't like bigging them up like that, but you can see where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or Portugal might have a player come through and they go, oh, yes, the next Cristiano Ronaldo, you know. France might say, oh, we've got the next Cantona coming through the ranks here, or the next Mbappe. But yeah, so I mean, look, like I say, he started 6 out of 9 games. He's got 4 goals. And he has 1.2 shots on target per game. He's missed 2 big chances, but again, he's only young. He scored 1 with his head, 2 with his left foot, and 1 with his right foot. So that's good. We know he can score with his right foot. He's got the 1 assist. He has an average of 24.4 touches per game. He's created 3 big chances. He's made 1 key pass per game. His passing is 70% accurate per game. His crosses are 25% accurate per game, which isn't too bad. His ball recovery is 1.7. Well, he's not expected to defend, is he? And he's had 1 yellow card as well. I mean, look. The last game, look, I'll pick out a game here that he played, and that's the 24th. I'll go back to this one, where he got a rating when they beat Copenhagen 3-2. And we know Copenhagen's not a bad side because, you know, they beat Man United. Hey. Yeah, so he played 84 minutes in that game. He scored 1 goal and got an assist in that game. He had 2 shots on target, none off target. He had 1 shot blocked. His 3 dribble attempts were all successful. He had 43 touches of the ball. 24 out of 27 passes were accurate, giving him an 89% accuracy. He made 4 key passes in that game. 2 out of 5 crosses were accurate. 1 out of 2 long balls was accurate. He created the 2 big chances. He won 3 out of 6 ground duels. He won his only aerial duel. He lost possession 10 times, and he made an interception in that game. And he got a rating of 8.4. I mean, that's just madness. The last game he played, which was Friday night, they played Viborg and lost 3-2. 75 minutes, he scored 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 2 off target. He had 2 shots blocked. 1 out of 1 dribble attempt successful, 18 touches of the ball, 50% accurate rate, 4 out of 8 passes, and 1 out of 1 ground duels won as well. So look, again, his stats are pretty decent, and again, somebody who you could bring into the side and integrate him into the Premier League, and he could be a superstar. This is where you like see Borussia Dortmund by these youngsters. They've now got another youngster.
Hello?
Is that you? That noise. Sorry, Tony. Is that you? I think it's you, mate.
No.
No, not you. I tried Pete. Yeah, it's Pete.
It's Pete.
Pete,
You're under attack.
You, mate.
What's happening?
You, mate. It's the background noise is on your side.
The snowballs are coming.
That's better.
I'm muted now. Hold on. Is it the wrong mic I've got on? What noise was it like?
Like a humming noise.
A what? Sorry.
He was under attack.
Like
a
humming noise
are coming.
Like we're going to do this comments anyway.
So
Go on, Tony.
Yeah. So I mean, look, as I was going to say, Borussia Dortmund, I think they've got the next English player, young player coming through now in Gittins. You know, so again, Borussia Dortmund are good at this, getting these young English players in. You know, Sancho, Bellingham, now Gittins. He looks the next best thing now. So, you know, this is how we need to be doing. We need to have that production line.
Yeah, I agree, Tony. 110%. We need to learn something new. We may Paul Mitchell come in and be a success, and we can think, wow, he knows what he's doing.
I mean, guys, go around the table. I mean, what do you think of this guy, this Agueli? Does he sound like one for the future?
Could
You,
I've not
is it
seen
somebody
him
you would
playing
buy
all that
now and
season.
leave him on loan?
Possibly wouldn't be a bad shout. If
I
we're
don't
doing
watch
this,
the- I don't watch the
if we're doing it with this the Serbian said about that we got in and sent him out on loan, then
It'd be interesting, very interesting, that we see what happens in January. But because the Norwegian League ends in October, November time.
It's Danish League, John.
Oh, it's Danish League. Their season will
Danish.
probably end. Their season will end anyway, sort of thing, by December. So it could be gettable then. So if Mitchell goes before Howe, I'll be fuming because Howe will have 2 SDs gone. Interesting. Let's turn to David. Amanda had financial problems. That's why she's left. Had to pay core costs and loans. Clubs should find players not completing passes, not tracking back, and give them money to local charities. That sounds a fair do, Zwacky. ADB, hi to you. Eddie Howe should be playing Tonali and not Longstaff. Well, he didn't play on Saturday. That's the thing. Neither did
Tonali should have, but Tonali didn't play and came on about 15 minutes left, something like that.
Well, apparently Tonali's not ready to start.
Oh, rubbish, man. He should be playing. If he doesn't play on Saturday, oh, God.
Thing is, if he's not ready to start, like I said yesterday, Pete, if he ain't ready to start, then Eddie Howe needs to get in touch with Spalletti and ask why he started for Italy. Then
absolutely. I've seen that.
Yeah, that. Got one here from David. Eddie's 14-1 currently to be next Premier League manager sacked. But imagine those odds would get slashed if we lose the next 2 games. We could lose against City. Everton might get a takeover by the time we play. Play them.
Would it be done straight
no,
away?
I doubt it, John. That's not even hit the Premier League yet. It's got to go through approval and everything. Let's hope that takes 18 months.
Yeah. Please don't go out to Gay. The Palace fans are giving him stick for his performance. Ian, I'm not surprised, mate, given the performance we've witnessed. He's been poor. If the rumors are right and you're going back with Gay and DCL in Jan, then to me, that's really not good enough.
Calvert-Lewin, why do we want to go on for another player made of glass?
Apparently it's
missed.
Apparently, it's in the media again that Eddie Howe wants him next season on a free transfer.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
He seems to really love Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I don't know why. The only competition Calvert-Lewin is going to give is the competition of who's going to get the medical bench first, him or Wilson.
Exactly.
I just don't get it.
Why do we want more players absolutely made of glass? And Calvert-Lewin's another one of them. Plus, look at the sitters he's missed this season. I know he scored against Villa, but the one way he smacked it off the bar, I mean...
He should have scored.
He should be scoring those, and he completely... And,
It's ridiculous, Pete. It's a madness. Absolute madness.
I don't want Calvert-Lewin at this club. He's not good enough now. He's not the player that he was, and I think the injuries are catched up with him. That's why you see he doesn't score as many goals now as he used to.
Oh, he's gone again.
John's froze again, has he?
Well, it's turned. He switched his camera off.
But I don't want. I don't want him anywhere near the club.
We should be looking at way better than Calvert-Lewin. Honestly,
gotta be, isn't there? There's better out there.
Oh, why?
I mean, you can get Jonathan David on a free next season, so try to get Jonathan David.
The striker I wouldn't mind would be Makoko.
Oh, from Dortmund.
Yeah. I think he's got some great talent.
But we can't be going for... No, can't go for
Why do we want... We should be better than that.
Exactly. Absolutely, we should be.
Sorry, guys. So I'm back.
I mean...
What happened there?
But yeah, I mean, Jonathan, like I say, Jonathan David's out of contract next summer, so you may as well go and get him because, he's not as injury prone as Calvert-Lewin. I mean, he started 2 out of 5 games this season and got 2 goals for Lille, because he's obviously not a starter now because he's out of contract next season.
Yeah. That's the thing. I think Jonathan David could suit to the Premier League. Yeah, he's a good player, but a lot of people said he's a bit inconsistent. But
Foxy doesn't rate him.
Yeah, well, Foxy says it, then you got to listen to him. Do you know what I mean? However, yeah, we got to see how he does. Go give the guy a chance if he comes, but we'll see. I take Angel Gomez, but that's for another day. Got Mr. Darren's comments.
Gomez, definite yes.
100%. Liverpool found an interesting game in January. Well, they can have him.
You can have him. I've just said walk away from the deal.
Yeah, lads. Eddie got rid of Ashworth. Now you kind of get on with Mitch. Is Eddie the problem? Well,
Ashworth decided to be a snake, what he was up to and all that. So we're glad we threw him on God and leave, and then he finally gone out of the club.
That's a possibility. I'll go through this comments as well before we go on to the next topic as well. I still think there's more than what we know is going on behind the scenes. Jack, that's a fair shout, man. That's a fair shout. I think Gordon will be off in Jan. He's been sulking since they were Liverpool when tits, in my opinion, were wacky. I'll go say this now, right? If he goes to Liverpool, he's going to get above Luis Diaz. Nah. Mo Salah?
He's not.
Nah. Jota? Nah. Nunez? Possibly not. But the thing is that Anthony Gordon, right, he ain't going to go to Anfield, rock at Anfield and start straight away. That ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen.
Why go back to an area he couldn't wait to get out of?
Exactly. He's got to show us a bit of faith now. Do you know what I mean? How about flipping us a trophy? And then, if we want to move on after winning a trophy, cool, fine. We've all had a boss that we're not got on with or liked, but you just get on with it and do your job. You're paid to do. The players have to take some of the blame too, but managers responsible for tactics. I have to agree because some of the players just didn't deliver on Saturday.
No,
Big up to Alexander, by the way. Hope you're well, Alex. Big up to Darren Siddle. Hope you're well, mate. I did not give it any money. Keeping it for a new manager. That's a possibility, Darren. That's quite a possibility.
Well, if they're not giving him any money, then where did the 70-odd mil come from for Gay? They obviously gave him money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you just remember, so Bobby playing Robbie as a sweeper, that would be perfect for Bruno. I don't know the sweeper system works now in the Premier League. I might be wrong, but for me, Bruno, I like to see Bruno further up the pitch, not as a 6. If we want to buy number 6, right, we need to buy players like a number 6, like an Endo. Can't get in the team at Liverpool in a minute. He looks decent. Have you seen the proposal for next season? The transfer window shuts before the first game of the season. I didn't know that, Tony.
What's that? Have you?
The transfer window is going to be closed before the first game of the season.
I didn't know that.
We've had that before, haven't we? We've had that before. We have.
I think that's gonna be a more regular thing, that the window will shut so that everyone could be registered before the first game of the season kicks off. I actually like that idea.
I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad as well.
Adam Pearson's put something out there, so just in case anybody's watching the stream, I'll read this out. If any Newcastle fans are still in London, by the way, because we are expecting to be going to the Wimbledon game tomorrow, which now has been postponed, Adam Pearson's put on, just a heads up, Sutton United had contacted him regarding tomorrow. For any fans, Newcastle fans that is, that are still down in London, they are offering a discounted £10 tickets for the game against Yeovil Town. If you DM Adam Pearson, he will send across the discount code for the game. So Sutton United are saying if you want to go and watch them play Yeovil Town for £10. If you're still down there, Newcastle fans, then if anybody's watching this and they're down there, get in touch with Adam and go and watch Sutton United play Yeovil Town for a tenner. Can't go wrong with that.
No.
And if you do go to the game, make sure you take some food pics and give them to Pete.
Yes.
That was the famous from Wayne Shaw with the pie against Arsenal, wasn't it?
Do you remember that one?
Yes,
Sutton United. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Crazy, man.
When he was having a pie, yes.
Piegate.
Oh, man.
He had it on 68 minutes or something. People were putting bets on, weren't they?
Interesting. How are we, lads? Basic body language is watching the eyes. Top tip, if the poles lift you, is never look to the left if you're covering for somebody, that's from Ronald. I like that. It was Julie, but not now. But thank you. Like a chat to Ian. You're taking over. You did for a little bit. Not first anymore. Thank you, Julie. The kid's on is a winger. Unproven, but looks good. Figure so, John. We don't watch the Norwegian league, but he looks a talent by the looks of it. Would you start Mason on the right wing?
I think Thor's coming for you, John. It's the Danish league, not the Norwegian league.
Sorry, I keep thinking I think he's a Norwegian man, but he's not.
Well, he's a Norwegian player, but he plays in the Danish league.
Cool. Thank you for that, Tony, for man as well. What do you think you're talking about?
Thor's watching you.
Who's watching this?
Thor.
I think
he'll be on the Sinclair Awards again, I think.
It doesn't look good. It does look good.
Because you've said that twice, Nathan.
I did, did I?
The Norwegian league.
I did. What more like?
So if you're watching Thor, make sure you get that.
Cool. I've seen
on
YouTube, and he's a player.
The Reds about
and a good head off the ball. Sorry, Jason. Guns calling the sort analyze the investigation of Wimbledon. Michael, hi. All how needs to go now. Tune. That's from Michael. Michael, thanks for your £2 donation, my guy. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much indeed. We're having a fantastic day. One still kicking about that's PIF for Sack Mitchell over Howe. That's in Julie. That's interesting. All very well bringing in a youngster, but Eddie won't give him game time often enough to improve. And he looks like Minty, the way he plays. And Eddie is stubborn too, stuck in his ways. His way or the highways is Julie J. Wacky's chatting to Julie. Which the best South American we have signed out of their league? Joannas doesn't count as a Yorker. Colicini, Solano, Bastedas, Codone, Chiavian, and Riandina.
Well, Colicini we signed from Deportivo.
Yeah, Deportivo was colored.
Yeah, that's true. But if you look at them, for me, I thought Colicini, first season, he was shocking. I'm not going to lie. But listen, as the season went on, Bosch, he was really good. PDOs has OnlyFans page open the same. I believe it to be nonsense. I do think that Eddie's not who Paul Mitchell wants at the helm. Very interesting.
Right? The thing is, why are PIF going to sack an elite sporting director in Paul Mitchell? Because if that's the case, right, you're going to go through how many sporting directors until there's one that you find that Eddie Howe gets on with? I don't believe that for 1 minute. That's a load of tripe. Because you're going to keep paying off wages and then it's going to end up affecting the FFP as well. So why are you going to keep doing that? It's just nonsense. It's just papers putting stuff out there and it's all nonsense at the end of the day. And I wouldn't take it. I would take it with a pinch of salt if you see it on Football Insider, Football Fancast, whatever you watch it on, whatever you read it on, take it with a pinch of salt because it's probably not worth the paper it's written on, you know. I don't believe for 1 minute Paul Mitchell's job's under threat because
no.
If you get rid of him, he'll end up somewhere else, and then he'll do a great job somewhere, and he'll do a great job somewhere else, and then we'll be going, oh, look what we've let go. And there's a lot of our fan base wanting Paul Mitchell out. Be careful what you're wishing for because if we lose Paul Mitchell, who do we end up with next? And we might end up with somebody far worse and may not do the business. Remember, this club wants to be number one and wants to go further. Now, a lot of people are saying is that he took the club as far as he possibly can. And that is the thing, has he? But, that's what I say. Who knows? Only Eddie would know.
Yeah, that's very true. This is not going to go away. I'll go through these comments before we talk about the Carbo Cup. Jelly is not the next Haaland. Nothing like him as a player. The only reason to call him that because he's from Norway and that's from
Exactly what I said.
There you go. Exactly that. No, we don't watch the Norwegian league. Seriously. Big Joe isn't fit enough to start. He's got a mind.
He's done it again.
No.
Danish league.
No, it's Danish league. Sorry.
Yeah, that's three times tonight you've said that, John.
I did that.
Hey, John, you got your hat trick.
Hey, Thor's going to have a great time, isn't he?
Oh, I've got so much editing to do.
Good. My bad. We all make mistakes. everyone's human. Big Joyce is fit enough to start. He's got a minor groin problem. By all accounts, by his performances, has reflected that too, in my opinion. Let's talk about the switch of venue, Pete. The Carbo Cup. We got a home tie now. Finally, yes.
Well, because we've had to switch it over, but yeah, I mean, as soon as I heard that first it was coming out that Eddie House press conference was cancelled, and I'm thinking, oh, what's going on here? And then we saw that apparently there's issues with MK Dons Wimbledon Stadium.
Oh, there we go. Pete's got 1-1 now. Well, I can't sort the other day. You're going to be busy, mate.
Pete's on 4 now.
Wimbledon Stadium, as soon as I saw the pictures of like the flooding around the areas of the ground outside and the state of the pitch as well, I mean, it looks like it's a bit of a golf course at the moment.
Where's the station, Pete?
Oh, God. Yeah, I just thought that looks unplayable. There's no way that can be played there. And I just knew the game was going to be officially be called off, and it is. But fair play that they've switched it around for a change. So I'll be interested to see how many Wimbledon fans are going to travel up for the game.
It'll be very interesting. But I think you're going to see a lot of fans. I think they will. I remember Bobby. Yeah, Pinas and Feyenoord, and the Day Sport saying Pinas and the new know what. I'm not going to read that. I'd rather have all Serious question: do you think the club tried to build too quick with big signings, which has hamstringed them with FFP PSR for future signings? Not really. No, I mean, we just signing as normal, like, do you know what I mean? But for me, I mean, this FFP PSR came out of the blue. There's nothing we can do about it. So that Ego has been impressive so far. Good prospect. He should never be dubbed in the Ireland. And North Zealand wants 25 million quid. Well,
still a bargain. Still a bargain because you can develop them. And that's what I said to you. I said, I don't like when players are linked and said, oh, they're the next Haaland or they're the next Ronaldo, next Cantona, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, these players are totally different players. You know, he plays as a right winger. Haaland's a striker. That's the difference. So how can you say he's the next Haaland when he's not even a striker?
That's it.
Exactly. Bruno, Isaac, Gordon, all playing way below par, and all three linked with moves away recently. Are these big name players getting fed up with our lack of ambition shown in recent transfer windows? Well, all I can say is, David, just wait and see, because this season's going to be a massive season. I mean, look, we can't be negative there, but the thing was, like, Gordon was poor. They were all poor this season, but they need to step up. If you drop your standards, clubs ain't going to come in for you. I think he still will do. Jude Jack-Nawaki. Well, Gordon needs to pull his head out of his ass then and get on with his job and stop being a sulky kid. And so Lance a great player. And Tony, this is your last show before you go on holidays. Have a great holiday. And box
Thank you very much.
Great with choice. I'm not going to be the next one, Wacky, but I get your point, mate. I get your point. Because it's been very quiet. Odin smashed Wimbledon's ground. No! Maybe Gordon this long face recently is because he has to spend half his wages to fill that gas Guslow up with you. And
it's
let's
electric,
carry on
isn't
back.
it?
What?
Good thing.
His new car's electric, he's summer.
Oh, yes, it is,
So it can't be gas.
Yeah. Let's go on to Tony. Your the game next week, Newcastle Wimbledon, finally at St James's Park. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when I saw everybody's WhatsApp messages coming through this morning, I was like, "What's going on here?" And I was at work, you see, so I was like looking, and I thought, "Oh, right, okay. Oh, that doesn't look good." And I thought, "Oh, this will be called off." To be honest with you, I think.
Cheers, Chris, for the super chat.
I think it was great that we've actually called it off now today rather than wait until tomorrow, because at least any fans that were going to start travelling tomorrow down there don't have to do that now. So I say well done for them calling it off today. And look, they haven't got the drainage systems like Premier League grounds have got, like your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, your Chelseas and all that in London. Down at the old Plough Lane, because that's what it used to be, Plough Lane. It's now the Cherry Reds Record Stadium. But
is that in the Norway League?
Look. I don't know. Ask John. Ask John. He knows all that, doesn't he?
It's a Danish league. I get that.
So
go on, Johnny.
So I was like, in some ways, I was a bit pleased it was. I was a bit happy it was postponed, because I thought, well, now I can just relax on the airplane, not thinking, oh, what's the score? What's the score? What's the score? Because I can't see nothing until I get off the plane. So, but to have it moved back to St James's Park is brilliant. It is absolutely fantastic. And look, the Wimbledon fans, I'm sure they'll come up in their droves. Because obviously to get the chance to go to a big stadium, so I'm sure there'll be a couple of thousand maybe make a journey up here. Now I've seen some people say, should we give them the gate receipts? And I would say no, we don't, because that helps boost your FFP. You see, your gate receipts and that. So I wouldn't say no, you don't give all your gate receipts to them. But obviously, apparently they agree to it as well, to be moved to St James's Park. Maybe because they're worried in case if there was another downpour next week and it got called off again. So, we know St James's Park, they've got the drainage system there, the undersoil heating and everything. So, we've got everything there. But look, it'll be great for their players as well to play in the big stadium. And I suppose it gives us a week now to concentrate on Manchester City at the weekend, which, by the way, won't be an easy game. If anybody watched that game yesterday, that was a hell of a game.
That was really, really some game.
Then John Stones in the last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, even though he said it in the interview, John Stones, he was a bit paid off he didn't start the game, but he says when he come on, he made sure he made a difference, and by God, didn't he make a difference?
He did.
He's not a bad player, John Stones. He gets a lot of stick, but I don't think he's that bad a player.
He isn't. I mean,
and the City fans love him.
You got to talk about the Arsenal goals as well. I mean, the strike from Calafiori was just a cracker.
Wasn't it just?
And the way the goal scored by Gabriel from the header, the way he just leaves Kyle Walker for dead.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think everyone's caught on. And you just wonder if Eddie Howe's caught on that. City can easily be got at by set pieces.
Yes, they can.
Can be. Plus, they're gonna. It looks like Rodri could be missing for a while, because apparently that looked a bad one.
The whole season.
Is it definitely the whole season?
Whole season.
ACL.
Oh, if it's an ACL. Plus, De Bruyne's out as well, isn't he? Did he miss that game?
Yeah, he did.
He missed the game. Yeah.
Problem is, Pete. You say, you may think, this is great because if Rodri's out and De Bruyne's out,
not.
But they've got players to come in. Look at Grealish. Yeah. Look at that. Look at Grealish yesterday. That quick corner he took that led to the equaliser.
Yeah,
his quick thinking. If he hadn't done that, they wouldn't have got that equaliser.
No, definitely not. But Bernardo Silva could play up.
Now, Arsenal were playing the Dark Arts game yesterday, and we saw that well and truly. Now, the thing is, when we went down there, not last season, the season before, we drew 0-0 down at the Emirates.
We did that.
Arteta was, Newcastle just done nothing all game but time waste. What was Arsenal doing yesterday, Arteta? Look, when Raya went down, feigning injury, and then they had to get the physio on because there was nothing wrong with him. Just to run the clock down. But the thing is, you can only do it for so long, get away with it for so long, and they got caught out at the end because karma is a bitch. What goes around comes around, and karma hit them in the last minute when John Stones popped the ball in the back of the net and made it 2-2.
Facts. Absolute fact. So I suggest Super Duke Mick should belt up Do you know what I mean? Don't say one thing and then complain with the other thing. So there you go. When we beat AFC Wimbledon St James's at the Carabao Cup, it will be interesting who we will be getting the next round. Hopefully, we'll be at home and not away. Mark, we got to beat them first. Yeah, let's beat them
we'll
first.
know this week.
Yep. Let's hope so. It could be, let's hope it's home, like, do you know what I mean? It's home tie, do you know what I mean? But being greedy, it'd be nice to come play away, but for the greedy side,
you watch, we'll get Liverpool or City next round.
That's what's going to happen, guys. We're Stevie's son tonight. Who cares? Yours is looking,
Exactly.
don't worry. Having a
Julie.
What a little home. Oh man, Lucky man. As the Danish regularly say, the best bacon, funny enough. Stonesy causing as Chipper Carson loves Stonesy for England. I like that.
Apparently he's not happy, Brucey boy, is he, Cabbagehead, because he was getting some stick off Charlton fans, and he turned and he said, one guy there, he says, with his grandson or whatever, he says, and he's giving it all to me, and you know the language, he says, and he's got a 10-year-old kid with him, and it's like, you know, is that really the way you should be acting on, you know?
Yeah.
True, fair enough, I suppose, but there again, you know,
I agree.
the guy thought he was in for a Brucey bonus.
Yeah.
Two games, only still a long way to go.
Exactly.
But he has took them out the bottom three, though. He's got them up a canny few places.
Yeah, and you know what? Enjoy Blackpool, because this point is just around the corner. Could give Gates of seats away, fans back to them. That wouldn't damage FFP too much. Or Wimbledon could apply to FA for Man U or where that comes in. What are everyone's thoughts on the government spending taxpayers' money on a Man U new stadium? Hope Billy's happy. I'll keep it short and I'm going to keep it sweet. Yeah, it ain't happening. Yeah, no way. It's not happening. If they want a new stadium, just spend their own money. Don't get other fans into it as well. Yeah, I'll get you, Wacky. I know exactly. Yeah,
I don't agree with Starmer getting free tickets for a free box at Arsenal. I think that's absolutely disgraceful.
I agree.
Just because he can't sit in his own seat because, you know, he needs the security around him, and he says, he's saving the country money by not doing that. No, what you're doing is, there's a cost of living crisis in this country, and what you're doing, Starmer, is you're standing that box, that hospitality box that you get. Not only you're getting free, but you're getting free food and drink as well. And you're rubbing it in the noses of the people who couldn't. Some people would love to be in your position to go into a hospitality box for a day. It's an £8,500 box per game that he's going into. And yet, you know, he's standing there laughing, thinking that's great. And, you know, and saying, he has to take it. Now, they were debating this on Good Morning Britain last Friday, and Adol Ray, who is on there, one of the presenters who was an Aston Villa fan, and he actually said when Prince William comes to Aston Villa, he sits in the director's area. Doesn't have a box. William hasn't got a box. He sits in director's box, in the director's area, and his security's just dotted around. And there's a lot of public in there as well. And he says, and yes, okay, he gets in free, but he doesn't sit in the lavish box and lavish it up or anything. Not like Starmer's doing. He seems a bit more down to earth.
Yeah. The thing is, right, I mean, they should treat like everybody else, yeah, but I mean, I'm not.
Do you agree with it, John? Do you agree with it, though?
Not really, no. Should play like everybody else, man. What should we have to say for that?
It's like Newcastle saying to you, John, or Pete, right? Tell you what, guys, because you're on YouTube, I'll tell you what we'll do, because people know who you are. We can't, you know, we're going to protect you, so I'll tell you what, we'll give you a box, you know, for the season. How would you feel if they said to you, Pete, we'll give you a box for the season? Would you be happy with that, or would you think, well, actually, no, I'd feel out of place?
Oh, it's a hard one, isn't it?
Very hard question.
It is, isn't it?
It's a hard question, but at the end of the day, you're going to get haters on fair. You're going to get haters on your back. That's the problem.
All I'll be saying is can I have John's box? Because he'd be at Old Trafford instead.
Let's move on. Jason, unboxing this set again. You should get a flipping the Sinclair Award as well. Walker took us off the IFM to see where the ball was. That's St. John. And now Kevin Home Alone. And Rodri, big up to Martin, by the way.
Martin, hope you well, man.
Rodri, it's like to be out for a while, no confirmation yet. I'm waiting for the second scan results. Do subscribe to the Mancunian Weir. Hit the subscribe button. This guy speaks facts, and he is the real one. The real one. I've just remembered they record time wasters and using the dark arts of football. Now said when Arsenal do it. Yes.
Absolutely, Tangy.
That's a flipping good. That's a bloody good point, Tangy. That's a flipping good point, man. Arsenal hypocrites, especially crybaby super duper Mick. I can take them to the City away if we get. I wouldn't be surprised. Brucey thinks he can take Blackpool to the Prem in 3 seasons. He wants to face Newcastle, wear his own shirt. Good luck with that, because
he's got no chance.
Brucey's bonus, 4 for the price of 3-star Shaws and Greg's. I like that. Travis should pay with his own box. He's a millionaire. If he got tickets and Taylor Swift as well, I mean, I think she's a brilliant singer, Taylor Swift. I don't care what anyone say. He got booed at Donkers and Races. Declan
did, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Declan Donnelly was at the Fulham game Saturday behind Mitchell and Bunce.
Didn't look very impressed either.
No, he didn't. You could tell he didn't. It was absolutely shit show there.
Fat.
See, Steve, when Steve Bruce goes into training at Blackpool, you go in the changing room and you'll say, they'll all go, he'll just go walk into the changing room and go, "Nice to see you, boys. Nice to see you."
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man. Jordy Terrace. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't do this is a politician channel now. Christ.
Yeah, what might as well. Let's all move to Norway and do a podcast there.
Yeah, totally. Got to give me a box of Tetley once it's called. Yeah, I get it. This is how Cardiff's going to be an interview by Stephen Mascot Rowe. Oh, man. See, that gets fevers to Southampton, but sat in the seats, I believe. And first off, Eddie Blow Association with Taylor Swift, a bitchy song about him on a break-up. And I take it she's not a Taylor Swift fan. I wouldn't even start on yesterday's Ain't Worth It. We buy all the refs. Be careful you talk about sit-head, by the way. Good for you, Geordie, GT. Even though Walker gets pulled out of position by Oliver, and then he allows a quick free kick. But hey ho! And Starmer is a proper pork chop. Yeah, he is. To be fair,
I'm not buying into this. They buy all the refs and all of that.
No. Definitely not. Just you know what it is, right? I mean, it is what it is, man. Just a quick one. Yeah, I mean, we talked about Newcastle to Wimbledon, and we're going to talk about Man City very, very soon. But just a quick one, guys. Right? Just going to take just quick on Anthony Gordon. We're going to talk about him quickly. Tony, what needs to be done with Anthony Gordon? I mean, look, is his head turned? I think his head's been turned, and you know what? Mason said yesterday that it's because he didn't get picked for England. That's why he's not happy, etc., etc. That's gone now.
Yeah, it is gone. As I said yesterday, I thought when he went on England duty, I thought he may come back with a bang after having a couple of good games for England, but we haven't seen it. I don't know what's going on with him. He just needs to find his spark and his mojo. And again, does it go down to the fact, are these players not playing for the manager? But are they more importantly not wanting to play for the club because they're seeing no ambition? Where's the ambition? We tried to get one player all summer, Marquis, and then we tried for a last-minute panic buy and getting a Langer in, which Forest were never going to let him go because there was no chance of them getting a replacement. So, you know, I really don't know what's going on. It's strange because there's him, there's Gordon, Joe Linton. Joe Linton's not playing well. Bruno's not playing well. Bruno got criticised by his own fans in Brazil. Isak just floats around like, you know, but he's not getting the service. So I'm a bit like, you know, there's something's off. Something's off. It really is. And I just look, would it take one goal for Anthony Gordon to hit his spark and then go on a run? You know, something needs to be said, I think, inside the club to say, look, what's going on. I don't think it's got the stage where players are going to the owners or whatever, or the people in charge and saying, actually, we want Eddie Howe removed. It hasn't got to that yet. But we've seen that in other clubs where they go to the chairman and all that and they say, look, we don't like this manager. You got to get him out.
We tried to do that once with Steve Bruce at the time,
yeah.
but that got us nowhere.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think it was after the Brighton game when we got absolutely thumped 3-0. They said
that was awful.
They said some players approached Charlie and they just didn't. He just wasn't asked at all.
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's your take on it, Pete?
Well, what is it going wrong? Or could be players' heads turned, or players just not up to the best at the moment. You'd like to know, wouldn't you, what is going on? Because it's not just one player; there's a few players. Why isn't Isak not up to it? He's got touched like a trampoline at the moment. Bruno, it just hasn't looked great. Again, has he got poor players around him? Longstaff, particular.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's a really tricky one, but what?
Yeah.
Are we just having a slow start?
That's the thing. I mean, we got to hit out off on the front foot and start getting a couple of goals for half time. And we ain't done that.
Eddie needs to give them a rocket now, because this is Man City we've got on Saturday. And if we play it like how we did against Fulham, we are going to get absolutely taken to the cleaners.
Yeah, fact.
I dread to think what the score will be.
Fact. And you look at it, right? I mean, we're not beating Man City in the Premier League for a long, long time.
2009.
And I know people are saying to us and say, they're a world-class team, they're a fantastic team. Yeah, I would go out and beat them. Yeah. Because
we need to play well, because if we don't, there's going to be one outcome.
Yeah. This is
Holland's scoring goals for fun.
Yeah.
Look at the other players they've got. Bernardo Silva, he's still playing. Still very good.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, when he's on his game, that's if he plays on Saturday. But we can't. We just don't come up without any effort. You're just asking to lose the game immediately before whistles even blown. The fact is, we are at home as well. We need to get behind the lads. We really, really need to, which might give them that little bit of boost. But we need to get the team selection right as well. I.e., that means Tonali needs to start. Mm-hmm. It's a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. Who else? I want to see Kelly out at left back. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind trying Kelly at left centre back with Shea. The reason for that is I'm very concerned Burn is going to get absolutely skinned for pace.
Yeah,
because especially off Doku.
Well, or Haaland, definitely Haaland.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't mind trying Kelly at left centre back. Yeah. Play Haaland at left back, and I keep Trippier right back. It was very strange. Why that Trippier was taken off? What did he do wrong? I didn't think he put a foot wrong.
No,
Everett came on and he didn't do any better.
Yeah, that. I mean, I don't get it at all. And another thing is as well, but I'll go for the comments who are coming to Jason, so I've got my say on that as well. I think Eddie's confusing players with too many instructions and technical bits. Just let them play. Gordon brought a Hummer now. His game is humming coincidence. Something's happened at the club. We're not private as if it's all the players below par. Asking Chris, You just have to look at the sub, have 10 minutes of looking at one pads or diagrams before they come on. Football really isn't that hard. It's all about effort and work, and keep it simple. Eddie will do the same thing on Saturday. That would be a surprise. Be 5-1 City if you play what we did at the weekend. Fact. Jason, your take, please, on Anthony Gordon, and I'll have mine as well.
Well, I think ever since the whole Liverpool saga went on, Gordon's head's been turned towards them. He done everything he could. He wanted out of Merseyside. He got chased. He basically got chased out by the Everton fans every time he left the training ground. They were chasing him and kicking his car and everything. And now he wants to go back there, but he wants to play for the red side because he supports the red side. He ain't going to get into that team. The best he's going to be is a bench warmer or a super sub at the most, because you got Diaz, you got Salah, you got so many players that can play in that position. The way he's been playing for us is definitely not Gordon. He's got one goal, but as I said to you yesterday, for me, Harvey Barnes is carrying this team because the rest of the team doesn't seem to want to play.
And I said there's more to come from Barnes this season as well. I said, watch will be a different Harvey Barnes next season, and we're seeing it. Right, I see David put a comment about bring back Maxi.
Yeah,
we need to. We love Maxi at the club, but that ship, he's not here anymore. In terms of bringing him back, the problem is with Saint Maximum, he was definitely a one that gets fans lifting, but there wasn't enough consistency from ASM. That was the problem.
Yeah,
he was. It was also like glass. As soon as you hit him, he would go down. He used to come out of the tunnel like a mummy.
Fact is,
bandages everywhere.
When Eddie came in, at times Maxi spat his dummy out. The times
you look like the mummy.
Exactly. The times we got beat and he knew we played poor, he just trotted off down the tunnel and didn't bother coming over. The amount of times he's trotted off the tunnel as well.
Yeah.
When he knows he's had a poor game. And that was his problem. His end product wasn't always there. That was the thing.
That's it. Longstaff alongside Tonali and Bruno. That's a runner. Wouldn't be surprised. Take care, lads. Smash those likes. Speak to you. Take care, Martin. And speak to you hopefully in a week. Losing the City isn't the end of the world, in my opinion. They haven't won multi-leading cups in Champions League for nothing at Nationals FA position 2 times over. The thing's so wacky. Brentford's beaten Man City in the Premier League. Yeah. There's other lesser clubs. Villa beat them last season. Yeah. Why can't we? Why should we be scared of them? We should look at what he did a couple of seasons ago. 3-1 up. Could have gone 4-1 up. Game would have been done. And at the end of the day,
but we give City a game.
We gave City a game.
Is, Pep come out and said that was a good point for City.
Yeah.
Because we gave them an absolute shock in that game at the time.
Same again, please. Same again. Don't be scared of them, man. Don't be scared of them. And who quoted Gordon to Liverpool in the first place? Some dickhead did. Well, let's be real, Ronald. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's just media again, because they were trying to get rid of him, but they got rid of Minty Anderson instead. Pains me to say it, but I'll give Miggy the nod for his defensive work. He might not be the great going forward, but at least the lad help it at the back. No, John. Sorry, mate. I know. I expect your opinion.
Miggy
is not good enough. I want to see goals, mate. I want to see goals, and I want to see him taking on players and hitting the shots on target. He ain't done that. We have 10 points after 5. If we're still on 10 points after 10, would you demand to see a change? That's David.
I think there'd be change if that was the case.
Sad. Arsenal fans, winch bags, completely an entitled bunch of you know what. Cool. Well, I see what you mean, man. I see what you mean. But there's a certain channel where I just don't read it at all whatsoever. I really don't. But there you go. We're going to end the show there because they're going to wrap up the show. And I've got one here. If we sit on the edge of our box and watch Man City play the ball around, we will get beat. Fat. Right. That's going to be the end of the show there, guys. It's been a long one, which is worth it. And so what can I say, man? I mean, Tony got off on holiday tomorrow. And I was going to ask you what you got coming up, but when are you going to be back on your show?
Well, look, I will do some. I'm going to do a vlog in Rabat anyway, so I'll do some. Take some footage of sites and things like that. So, different things. So do catch up on that. I'll do a vlog and stick one out there. I might even surprise you and do just a live or something wherever I'm at, So I may even just come on and do a live all of a sudden. But yeah, I'll certainly do a little vlog of the city and that, so people can see what Rabat's like and what it's all about, and food, and if I've got any nice food, I'll send you a couple of food pics as well, Pete, so you can show them on your channel as well. But yeah, and obviously I'll have to find somewhere to watch the City game on Saturday as well before I travel home.
Yeah, there you go. That is so look, got one here. You got at the top of your game getting stop sides at the minute. You're way off the best, but things can change. That's true. That is Tony's channel, so Black and White TV. Please do subscribe to Tony's channel, and have a great holiday, Tony. And
thank you.
Back into our lads. Thank you, David, as always. And Jason, what you got coming up, mate? And what you got, and where can we find you for people that don't know?
Well, apparently, I'm not going to be near my system at all. I think someone's going to be taking over my equipment for a video coming up. You pretty much guessed it. There's Thor's going to come about at some point. He's quite interested in you, John. Apparently, I think he might be going on holiday with Tony as well, so he can help vlog when Tony goes live in his mankini on the beach.
No, I don't think so. Not in a mankini.
But yeah, keeping it 2 YT. That's where you find me. 2 away from 60, on the way to triple figures. So yeah, if you want to see some 4 awards, come on over. It's the only place you're going to find them.
Fantastic.
What do you think of Thor, John?
Well, I'm about to find out very soon.
Do you like Thor, John? Do you think he's good?
Yeah, well, he's a good lad. I mean, he does a good job. Good for Jason. Well, big up. Just a bit of breaking news as well. Jamie McCready, as always, just for the first time, has been nominated for the Football Content Awards. So, due to his work in Kenya. So, well done to Jamie McCready. John, always have to phone some polemic comments. The Paraguayan community has been noted about this. Do you know what, Foxy? I'll be happy to go to Paraguay one day. I'll be happy to go there. Yeah, we have a chat about it. No problem.
You get lynched.
Cool.
Well, at least you got Paraguay, right?
Cool.
It's not in Norway, John.
Nah. You know what? Sorry, Foxy, but we just want to win trophies and want to win cups as well, set that. But nah, not for me. Peter, where can we find you, man? And what you got coming up this week?
So, Peter Proudlock. So, just a shame the game's been called off tomorrow. Otherwise, I would have had the preview out tonight. And of course, the fan reaction after the game. So, I'll try to see if I can do anything tomorrow. I might see if I can possibly get someone on if possible, because I think Mason's at the Gator game tomorrow, but I'll see what happens there tomorrow. Wednesday, not too sure just yet. Again, there could be something. Thursday, there'll be the match preview for Man City. I might see if I can grab Martin for that. Friday, you know what happens on a Friday night at 8 o'clock. You don't need me to tell you. Saturday, I'll be at the game. And next day, so there'll be quick thoughts after the game and fan reactions. And next day will be match review and player rating show.
Fabulous stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Do subscribe to Pete's channel. Great work as well as always. And also for Tony on It's All Black and White TV and Jason, keep it tuned YT. And I've got come up on Wednesday. I've got Brian from Tottenham on tour. I think Tony's heard him before. I had him on my channel before. He's a great guy. He also contributes on Tottenham TV. We are Tottenham TV as well. So Brian's a lovely, lovely guy. Passionate, says it how it is. And Tony, are we going to any games in Morocco?
I haven't got any plans to, but I don't know. I'll have to have a look at that one and see if there's anything going on. But don't know. I haven't got any plans to go to any games in Morocco. But certainly going to do a lot of touring around. But see what happens. Newcastle have just dropped something out as well. By the way,
Go on.
they're dropping with an exclusive 10% discount online for members only. So that's for your Mags, Mags Plus, and Junior Mags members. NUFC times Adidas Originals. So it's a NUFC with the original Adidas logo on it as well, the old style Adidas logo. So they're dropping at 9 a.m. on the 27th, which is Friday.
Wow.
So that looks really good. I'll share this in the group and then you can see what they look like. The shirt looks really good.
Cool. Fantastic stuff. And do that soon as well. That'd be worth it. So very interesting. Tony, got a comment from Tony. Can you bring right ring out on our striker back for Morocco with you too?
I'll try.
That'll be a try.
Apparently in Morocco, because a friend of mine just been out there, not in Rabat, but in Agadir, and said they are absolutely football mad out there. And when you've got your shirt on, they will talk to you about football. They love it. It's their favourite. They love football. So we can try. I'll look for some interesting conversations when I'm out there because I'll certainly take my Newcastle tops with me, that's for sure. My home one's in the bag and my pre-match one as well.
Nice one.
Good lad. Good for you, Tony. And hope you have a wonderful time in Morocco. And, let's hope we win on Saturday for you as well. Right, guys, going to wrap up the show. Like I said, I'm back on Wednesday. I've got Brian from Tottenham on tour. Lovely lad. Please join us for that, guys. That'd be brilliant. We're going to talk about my team and his team, a bit of football chat as well. And it's going to be exciting. So, guys, whatever you decide to do in the chat, thanks for the chat. Thanks for being mods as well. Thanks to Joe Wilson for becoming the latest member. I really appreciate that. And if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll catch you on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And until then, have a fantastic evening. We're done.